Everybody, it's Mary Russell here. I suppose I don't have to introduce you. It's my channel. Um, so this video is about talking about my journey. Um, it's more about my journey. That's why I started this channel, was so that I could talk freely and openly about my journey. And with the COVID-19 and being socially distant and all that sort of stuff, it's kind of hard to talk to people. So that's part of what this channel is about. I hope you're all doing well. Yesterday, when I was reading in Proverbs, I came across something that hit me right in the face. It was, if your ways are pleasant to the Lord. Now, I don't have it memorized. So if your ways are pleasant to the Lord, then even your enemies will be at peace with you. And that's something I've struggled with. And I've often asked and prayed why I have these problems with people that I work with. And it's not everybody. I get along with a lot of people, but every place I've gone, all of a sudden, someone takes a strong dislike to me and they go out of their way to try to cause me trouble, try to sabotage my career. And it's not just at the job either. I actually have a sibling who has tried that many times as well. And so it's like, okay, I must be doing something that's not pleasing to the Lord. I guess it's getting upset about this sort of thing. But that's something that I am struggling with right now. Now that I know that there's probably something that I'm doing that the Lord doesn't like. But then again, it could just be that there are bad people out there. There are wicked people. Psychopaths and sociopaths and narcissists and all those people. And you're bound to run into them unless you're super lucky. So that's something I'm working on now, is trying to find a way to be more in tune with God, to be more in prayer and in communication back and forth with God and Christ and the Holy Ghost. It was really interesting. I don't, tarot cards or something, like, it's just fun. I don't believe half of it or anything. And, but I do know some people who are very intuitive and they're very connected to Source or God, whatever you want to call it. They seem to have a little bit more of an inlet. They hear the Holy Ghost a lot easier than I do. And Friday, while I was working my day job, I'm working at home. I had the phone on. I was just, taking a little break, because what I do is I'm staring at a computer like over 8 hours a day. It's a little annoying. So sometimes you got to look away. And so I was just flipping through, like, I guess, Facebook. And this one person I know was on live. And I rarely get to join in her lives because of work. But it just so happened that, so I saw it. And so I clicked on it and I was listening to her, and she was pulling a card for people. And I was like, oh, you got time for one more? She's like, oh, sure. What's your question? And I said, my question was on grief and fear. Because last week was a very difficult week for me. Yesterday, I was a caregiver for my aunt, who I'm named after. And on the 23rd, she would have been 99 years old, but she died on the 25th, 4 years ago, yesterday. So that was kind of grieving. I was kind of sad because it was really hard on me, because I just started a new job and I was juggling that and running back and forth to the hospital and talking with doctors and nurses on the phone. And they wanted to have her put into, she got really bad really fast, and they wanted her to go into a special care. The word escapes me, but what it generally is that they just try to make the patient as comfortable as possible while they die. So some people do snap out of it, but she left, and that was really really hard last week. So so my the woman I know has pulled a card, and it wasn't, I can't remember what card it was, but she said something about the dark night of the soul, and I was like, well, yeah, I've had lots of those, and but then all of a sudden she went off on a tangent, and what she said is, Mary, you're on the right path. You're doing what you need to be doing, which is this new switch in my coaching business. I also have a coaching business. I have a day job just to pay the bills while I'm building this coaching business. And once I get that up, and I mean, it is up, but once I get it where I'm making enough money to live on, the day job goes bye-bye and somebody else can have it. So um she said, you're on the right path, which is like be more spiritual, getting into reading the Bible, watching videos, just tuning in more. And she said, she went on that in that vein for a little bit, and then she said, Mary, start expecting miracles. Don't ask for miracles, don't look for miracles, expect them to happen. So that's where I am in my journey right now. I am open to the miracles. I am expecting miracles. I am expecting clients in my career transformation coaching business. I am going to make it. So I just wanted to share that part of my journey with you, and talk to you again. Have a great week if you don't hear from me sooner.